Okay, one of the demonstrations I missed from the doors demo was double doors, so I'm going to set up a couple of doors for double doors and using one actuator and how those steps work. So I have a couple of door assets here. They're already configured for a template. I'm going to go ahead and set them up for hinge doors. Do that now. This one I'm not going to have oops, any kind of crack state, so that'll be open. Right, that one's done, and let me get the other door done. Hinge door. Okay, so that's closed. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little crack in this one, and there's open. Okay. Once this is set, there's some things we need to do first. If we want to do animation, that needs to be done now. So let's do that. Good deal, and set this one up. Right, that's that way. Right. Okay, so now we have those two doors are set, and we need to do a couple of other final pieces to kind of tie them together. So first thing is you need to link the doors, so let's do that now. Okay, those doors are linked. The next thing you'll see is we've got two actuator tokens here. We only want one. To do that, we can just turn this off. Now there is some sensitivity to what actuator you delete. If you recall, we put a crack on this door, so this is the actuator that we need to keep because this is the one that's tracking the different states of this door. This one only had open and close, so it's not as important. Let's make sure we're deleting the right token here. That's the one, and we can hit delete. We can then reposition this actuator to the middle and turn everything back on, and let's see how that works. So here is our open state, here's our closed state, and here's what a crack state would look like. Okay, so that would be double doors. All right, secret doors. So in this demonstration, it will be manually triggered in regards to a GM exposing that a secret door exists. There will be a section in the future around moved over tokens and some other action pad features I'm including that will allow you to step on a token and then run a macro to determine if the secret door was detected or not. So again, this demonstration is just about the manual process. So setting up a secret door, you would highlight your door actuator and you will click your secret door button. When you do that, you'll see that the actuator turns to the secret door icon, and also if I were to go to the player view, there's no longer anything for them to click on or to interface with in order for the door to open. If I go back to the GM view or the full view, I can again highlight my door and I can expose it. So this is to say the door icon is now exposed. Going to player view, you'll see now they can interface with the door because the actuator shows up. You'll also notice that the icon will change to the cracked or open state icon. Only the closed state icon is the secret door. If you want to cancel the secret door to revert it back to a normal door, just click this until there's no more icon here to show. This is the default state and your door is back to normal. And that's secret doors. How to copy a door or actuator. You can copy either of those two assets. We'll go over the doors first. I am on the object layer because that is where my door asset token actually exists, and I need to turn off my on-change selection overlay, so I'm going to do that now. I can now select my token, I can copy it and paste it, and at this point, while it is still off, I need to highlight this token, go into my door menu, and then set it as a template. At that point, you'll see a few things happen. You'll see that if it's a hinge door, the offset will change back to standard or normal. You'll also notice that any VBL that was on the door is also going to be removed. the settings that really are retained are around this configuration stuff. So if you have these settings or sounds and macros and things configured, that information copies over. So if you have a door that has a sound of opening while creaking and things of this nature, those will move along with the door once copied. Now, once you have this copied door, it is no different than any other template door. So it's kind of starting from zero, other than these kind of pre-configured settings that you may have done. You can turn your actuator back on, and at this point, again, you can move this to wherever you want and make that a door. Okay, to copy actuators. Actuators is pretty simple. Again, we'll need to turn this off. Actuators live on the token layer, and I can copy this, and I can paste any number I want. At that point, I can turn my overlay back on and essentially open this. Move this out of the way a little bit. And you'll see that this actuator will now be affected similarly. Right, so, and essentially these actuators, because they haven't been clicked on yet, they're not technically connected. So the moment I click on this stuff, it will automatically connect, and all these icons will update accordingly, right? So it's just that simple. If you want to clean those up and delete them, you need to turn off your overlay, select the tokens, and delete. And it should be that simple. So that is how some of the copying of doors and actuators work.